showing you how to create structures like this. There are tensile. You can imagine the structures as tents that are fixed on the ground with a middle post in the middle of the structure going up, and curtains on the side with a cap. How do you create structures like this? In a very easy way in your Revit project. We will begin with an architectural template, and what we want to do is to set out different levels, so that this is at a different level, and a different level there. This will allow you to control where things are sitting in your project very easily. Changes to 1:50, and I am going to this one for 4 meters is fine. Okay, the next one is 800. The next one is, let's make it 350. We'll make it 350 there. The next one will be 800. The next one 2.3. I've already measured the levels from the previous file. This one will be 800, which is where the cap will be sitting. Once you have that, I just want to make space in between the levels. When you click on this Z at elbow, the elbow, it allows you to move your levels such as that. Gonna go to floor 0, gonna put our floor, and I want to use this polygon whereby I'll be putting 10 sides on it, and gonna use a simple floor. 3 meters should be fine. Once that is done, you'll realize that it looks like this on your elevation, on your 3D. Let's put it there at the center, which is okay. From there, we want to draw lines, detail lines, where our first columns will be snapping to. Here in the tab button, I'm able to select all the lines. Then I'm gonna go to components, model in place. We're looking for generic model. I'm gonna call it a column. I'm gonna use an extrusion for this example, and end of our extrusion, we want it to come to this level where it says 5150. So we're going to type that there, 5150, or you can do it manually. Going to use 60 millimeters. Gonna select it and click center mark visibility so we can see the center line. It will enable us to snap the lines around as you're copying it on any points, 2 points that are joining together. Have that. Just gonna check if everything is snapped properly. Yep, and we finish. Once we finish, you'll notice that they have snapped to that, to level number 3, and that is what we are looking for. From here, we are going to create the elbows. We're going to create these elbows that are going in an opposite direction at an angle there. We're gonna start this by going to determine to determine that the elbow will be starting from here and will be ending there. So it will be between level 1 and 2. Gonna double click on the elevation head there, and let me move this to the center like that. From there we want to draw in our elements using a massing tool. Gonna go to massing and site, in place mass, and you're gonna name it. You can name it if you want, or you can leave it like that. But before we do that, I also want to use lines, detail line, and I'm gonna offset by, let's say 500. Is that enough? Yeah, that's okay. Tab, snapping everywhere, and that's what we want. What I want to do is to select all the lines by tapping and rotate the lines from this to there, right? Once we have that, we know how to, you will know where to put the joint in between the two there, because if I do this, you will see that it's going in different directions. So that's what we're looking for. From level 1, we're going to go to, I want to use a massing tool to create those ones. So the first thing that I want to do is use this point element. There's no height to it. The height that it's taking is the level that it's sitting at right here. So I'm gonna make a point, right? So if I go to 3D, you will see those points are there, are sitting there on the ground, and I don't want them to be there. I want them to be at this level 0. So I will come and select level 0 there, and the reason why it's not moving to level 0 is because when you first host them on a level and you move it to a different level, it doesn't automatically move, but what it does, it applies a negative offset to it, which you can see here. So what we can do right now to have these points come there, we can apply 0 and they will go there. Now we have them at a place where we want to see them, and for us to have the other points going at an angle like that, we need them to be at this level, which is level 2. So we're going to go to level 2. Once you realize that you don't have your elements to snap them on, what you can do is that you can still draw them on level 1, and from there you can put this at level 2, and
it should be putting the points at level 2.
After we have those points, you just want to go to elevation or 3D to check if they're at elevation 2. This one's, I mean level 2, and this one's they are at level 2. So what we're going to do from here to get that line going like that, we are going to, let's put this at wireframe. We are going to use this tool, the line tool. From there, we want to make sure that 3D snapping is on and our chain is on. We're gonna select this, draw on surface, and you realize when you hover over your point, it clicks there. So we're gonna click there. Now we are drawing our line.
We have a line missing there. We will sort it out now.
Is it missing? Yes. We have a line missing on our first level, level 1 there. It's not a line, it's a point there. So we're going to put a point at level 1, put it there, it snaps. We're just gonna highlight it, go to 3D and make sure that it's at the right place. There it is, or you can click this to check if it's at the right place. And what we're going to do again, select your line tool, and if it doesn't click or show where you are going to snap the line at, you just need to remember to click this draw on surface, and there we have it. Now this is complete. I want to select edit and tab to select everything. Now what we want to do is to dissolve. So if I put this to shaded, you'll realize that there are shades inside the triangles. So we want to dissolve that and only have the massing line path showing like that. So I'm going to hover over this line and hit tab again and select this surface and hit dissolve. Once that happens, the massing gives us what we were looking for. From here, we want to zoom into one line, any line, and we want to use the point element and put the point on any line. Once we have done that, we want to go to set. We want to set a work plane. The reason why we're setting a work plane is in order for us to achieve a tube like this going throughout the path of the diamonds, we need to set a work path. You go and you select the point that you have put in the middle of your line. We don't want to use these ones because they will confuse you. It won't be accurate. So we want to use this one. Once we select it, if you want to see the work plane, how it is, you can go to show and it shows you like that. So if you put this in elevation, you will notice that the work plane is like that. So it takes that shape and we're looking at that. So we just zoom in here, and the purpose for that is in order for us to be able to see where we are drawing our tubes at. So you can just unhide and show it. We're gonna select this line, select the other one, and select this one. And from here, we want to make our shape. We're going to hit create form. Now it has created a form for us, and the form in this example, we can take it as our timber structure, right? So I want to make a little adjustment for our model here. You'll realize that there are gaps in between those two. We wanted to connect in there. I'm just gonna go back and I'm going to put this at top, and I want to move this point in the inside, in the middle of the circle as it's snapping in there. In order for you to avoid doing this one by one, especially on a big project. Just make sure that when you are setting out the points in the beginning before you make the mesh, you set them at the correct places so that you can avoid such tedious work. Once that's done, we can go back here, select that, select this, the lines, select that, and create our form. Now that's a better looking form, right? So we're gonna make a material for this. So we're gonna select this, and under here we can select this and create a new model, a new material, and call it timber material. I'm just gonna give it a color, just a color for now, leave it like that, and there we go. We have the shape like that. From here we want to make a joiner for these columns at the top, right? So with that one, it will be an easy one. You don't have to use a masking tool for that. You can easily use a sweep tool. So we're going to put it at level 3. We're gonna double click here and go to level 3. If you want to see the underside, you can see level 1 there, and we want to see that. I will go to architecture, component, model in place, generic model, hit G for generic model, and we're going to create that with a
Sweep tool. From here, we want to sketch a path, but first I want to get the center point of our work plane. I will use this line as the center point because I want to draw a circle like that. Actually, I want this to be accurate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, and I want to see the narrow center. I'm going to select from this to there instead of you guessing.
and gonna delete this. Once this is done, select the middle line and delete it, and we're going to hit finish and edit profile. You can edit it at any elevation you want, and from here we're going to draw a circle like that. So what I want to do is draw a line in the middle first, look for that center line and draw that. Finish. If you go to 3D, this is what I was looking for, right? That's what I was looking for. You can give it a material if you so wish, but for now I'm just going to leave it like that. Now actually I wanted to point out, if you want this to be a clean joint, what you can do is to rather increase the diameter of this. Let's put it to 80, and now it's better. Or you can put it at 70. Let's put it at 70. There. Once that's done, you need to realize that your model, the first part of the structure of your model, is done. So now we want to create this part going up, this part which is the opposite of that. these two models won't be entirely the same because we're using different measurements. So from there, what I first want to do is to create another joiner for the top part here, and this will be from this level, which you can see here, level 2. Oh, you can check there, level 2. We're gonna go to level 2, and we want to go to model in place, generate model, and not an extrusion. We're going to use a sweep. From there, I first want to get my my middle line like that. The middle line there. So I'm going to make a circle like this. Delete this and delete that. And there, I want to edit an elevation. And let me see what happens when I put it there. So it works out perfectly, right? Works out perfectly with our model. So if I select this and edit, and we go back to the elevation we're at, if we select this and edit sweep and edit this, you'll realize that once you get into editing the sweep profile, the center line that Revit gives you is away from where we want the center line for our model to be. So when you draw in the path, make sure that you're always drawing it at the center where Revit is giving you, because when the model is finished, it will be at the center the way you want it to be. Sometimes it confuses like that, but as you can see, everything is in the center. Once we have that done, we want to create these ones that are going upwards like that. They are connecting from this and they are going there. If I review the elevations there, you'll realize that this is sitting on this elevation and it's going up to that elevation. So we need to do a determination with our seer. It's going to sit on level 2 and it's going to end at level 4, right? So what we're gonna do is gonna go to level 2. Okay, from here, remember we need those points there, so I'm just gonna go to model in place and start drawing from this intersection to there. Once this is done, we want to move the points up. So let me select. Select one. See if we can do that. Let me dissolve it first. Not define, dissolve here. Once I have that, so let's move this to level 4, like that. Once we have this, we want to put our shape. Gonna say set, gonna draw our troop there, let's say 40, select the 2 lines and create a form. That's the form we get there. Right. Since now it's protruding outside, I don't want to see that, so I'm going to go out, go to the top, or I can say go to number 2, and I want this to be on that edge. Go to 3D and try to create our form again. There's just a little bit of it coming out. What I want to do now is actually make this thinner. Let me make it 25. That'll be alright for our model. Now I'm okay with that. I'm going to select this and select the timber material, and there we have it like that. From here I want to put glass inside. What I want to do with this is to let me isolate it. And from here I want to edit this. There are 2 ways you can do it. Let me dissolve and see what I can do from here. I can start adding this shape. Actually, I need to draw a reference line there. That line. And I'm gonna go in here. I want to dissolve it first and add the shape like that and like that. So this is what we want. I'm going to create form here. Select this. You can see the form is there. It's selected. It's created. And now what I'm gonna do is I wanna put glass. There we have it. So I want to have it going all round. Let me finish this first. I want to draw a line that will be able to snap it on. I want to do that. So number one, let me create a form here. Let me create this form. And make a form for this one as well. Deselect this one. Let me see if I can make a form here. Right, we were able to make a form. Now what I want to do is to select this, go to level 2, it's there. Then I want to mirror it there, it's there. And I'm going to select both of them. And mirror. So they are there. We can now select this and choose timber. Select this. Choose timber as well. Now we're able to achieve that shape we wanted to achieve. From here, we need to create this, the top canopy. How we're gonna do that is I'm going to use the same strategy as well. So we want the bottom of this start there, to start at the same level as this, which is on level 2, and it will end at level 5. We are going to make a pattern here, so I'm going to copy these lines, go to level 5, and I'm going to paste them to the same place, and I'm going to draw a circle there, and I'm going to draw lines. Oh, there's no need for the lines. Let me leave it like that for now. We are going to start by selecting this line that we have created here, copy it to level 5 as well, and now we want to offset it by, let's say, 150 that way. can remove this one. I'm going to go to massing inside. And here I'm gonna start by saying I'll change that actually. I need to create more points actually. I need to create more lines like that. We need to create these lines here as well. So after creating those lines, I actually want to create a middle line there as well. I'm going to go to view range and select level 1 and create a line here from here actually. So we're going to snap from there, and then I'm gonna remove this line. So once I have this, let me remove this as well. Gonna go to massing side, and I'm going to make my points. The first point will be from here. So we want to move this to level 2. Let's have this and dissolve it. So once we move that to level 2, we need another level, which will be level 3. So all the points inside will move up to level 3. We want this to be at level 3. Nope. Not level 3. We need it to be higher. So if we put them there, there's more that we need to put as well. We're gonna come here and start putting we're gonna put this point. So we're gonna go to 3D. Everything is at level 5. So we want the outer ones to be at level 2. And we need the secondary outer ones let's see, not level 3, level 4, like that. So we're just gonna go like that. Right, or adjust the height for level 5. Now once we have it like this, we need to draw these things separately now. So we can go to 3D and
this. I'm gonna draw a line, 3D snapping. I'm gonna select from this line to this line, this one, to that one. That's my first form, like that. What I want you to realize is that the shape I'm doing here will be very different to what we are trying to achieve there, and I'll tell you the reason why. The second one, do the same thing there. So there you have it. I missed a point there. Let's do it in 3D so it can be accurate. I'm going to do that. Here's your line. So I'm going to there's one line missing here. I'm going to select this and create a form. Select this line and this line, create a form. So you see it's making a knot in between there. I think I kinda like it. I'm gonna leave it like that. So to make this quicker, I'm just gonna do this. Once I do that, I'm only going to draw singular lines. So a line from here, that's the last one. So I'm going to select tab 1, select that line, tab, select this one, create form. There you have it. And you do this process until you're done. Once this is done, you can select this one by one and create material there. So this, for example, this will take long. If I do it like this, it will take very long. So what I want to do is I want to go to, I'm gonna finish here. I want to go to wall, select architectural, and let me select a very simple wall. Let me select that one, and I'm gonna edit type and call it roofing, and I'm gonna make it 5 millimeters. Make it that color. Once that's done, I'm gonna select this and put it on our model like that. Now that's done. I like the shape. Like I said before, the shape will be different to what we had done here previously. So here, the points here are low. So if you take it up, it changes like that. If you take it down, it changes like that as well, right? So this is what we have created, and now I'm going to create a tube here at the top. Bear in mind, I also wanted to show you how to update the wall material in regards to your messing. So let's say I want to change the height here to that high. It will move with the messing material, but it will not move with our wall. In order for you to move your wall to be on the same level as the messing, you select the wall and you just say update face, and it will sit there. It will go to the updated face. So we're just gonna go back to that. We want to put a tube there at the top to anchor our net, but first we're gonna go to level 0. Actually, let's go to level 2, create generic model. I'm gonna make an extrusion of 100. Gonna hit finish. We're gonna go to our 3D and we're gonna pull it. We're gonna pull this to go to the floor. Gonna pull this to there. Right? That is done. And if we go to level 5, we're gonna make a tube to go there. Right? Gonna go to components, model in place, and we're going to make a sweep. Once that's done, edit profile. Let's do it in elevation, and we want it to be 25, or we can actually make it smaller, but let's just leave it there for now. I'm gonna make it 25, and there we have the tube. And now the tubes can be connecting to that metal rod. After making the tube like that, you want to make a cap from there. I want to make the cap in a very interesting manner, so I want to try something that I didn't think about. I'm going to draw fifth level. You should see there. And I'm going to go to level 6. Actually, let me go to level 5. The same level. I'm gonna draw another line. Actually, let me do this first. Gonna then after drawing these lines, I want to rotate them from here to there.
I want to offset these lines. Want to offset them that much, so I'm going to draw the massing like that.
I'm gonna select this and rotate it like that. If I go to 3D, it's like that. So I'm gonna select the first one and dissolve it. And I'm gonna try and create a form like that. Is it too small? Oh, that is our problem. I'm gonna select this, dissolve it, select, and create a form like that. That's what I wanted. Put it to shaded mode, and there we have our cap at the top. We can use the same material as the wall for the cap, which is this one, and we can apply it. Once that's done, our model has been completed. The only thing that is left for us is to do the curtains and the ties. But as for now, we will leave this tutorial here and we'll continue it on the next tutorial. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please stay tuned for the upcoming tutorial.